you should not judge a book by its cover. Like, I get that. I'm just saying that maybe if the leader of your country has you in these weird cult-like robes and looks like this, I'm not saying he's a supervillain. Okay, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. That dude is a supervillain. Just look at him. So, now that it's the start of another stream, it's time to do Dr. Baruga's lab. Okay, I can't attack right now. Interesting. In Dr. Baruga's labs, Art took scenery photos, but saw my item. So we can go right to this. I mean, it's got some good music. Elevate? Nah, okay. Nothing's happening. Maybe the power's turned on, you think? No, the power's all on. It's just Dr. Baruga really likes doing spotlights in his labs. Well, the fact that there's not great lighting is intentional. We gotta fix everything. Because we're here to, like, Ark, press the switch. We're here to investigate and, like, wake the lab back up and stuff. Okay. I found robots. Hi, robots. I can't go talk to the robots. Okay, bye, robots. Can I go this way? Sort of. Here. We're just Metal Gear Solid crawling our way through. Don't mind us. I found a trash can, I guess? There's some robots. Ow! Bad robots. Wow, my strength really is down. Hey, there we go. From 16 damage to 161 damage. To 267 damage. Yeah, our strength was down a little bit. Dr. Baruga, I would like to file a complaint about your workers here. They are not treating me to the royal carpet treatment in this lab. And he's like, who are you and why are you in my lab? I also don't know what I'm doing. I turned the power on, so theoretically I could just go to the elevator, right? So why am I going this way? I don't know. Oh, to hit this. That seems important. I guess the one was probably just like, first there's just the emergency lighting, and now you're like, okay, there's power enough for like the lighting to turn on and like the defense bots to turn on. And then you're like, okay, now flip this one, and that's like all the extra stuff like elevators, the vending machines. Like, how dare you not put the vending machines on critical power switch? Oh yeah, we got... He's working. Okay, good job, guys. They're just bonk, bonk, bonk. Like, you're not actually working on anything on the assembly line, and they're like, we're robots, we don't care. Okay, fair enough. We're happy just doing our job. And our job is to pound stuff on this, whether or not there's actual product coming down the line. Okay, well, I'll leave you to it then. I'm going this way. Is this really an elevator? I'd call this more of a funicular, but sure. Yeah, well, it's true. Either they're vending machines that are just filled with robot parts, accessories like oil, or they're here just for the dock. Yeah, you know. Maybe a little of both. A1, Snickers bar. A2, can of oil. Okay. Ooh, that was a hard puzzle. Walk across the conveyor belts. Hello. Ooh. Vials of goo. Vats. vats of unidentified green liquid goo. We are getting somewhere. And now we're stuck. We can't get anywhere. Okay, more Metal Gear Solid through the vent. Yeah, those things. There don't appear to be any humans here to use them. Well, you know, there's these guys. They're something. I'm not sure what. I don't know if those are like demon monsters or just plain robots or like people with cyber. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I know we have to push stuff, but like they almost look like, ow. Okay, well they can shoot through walls, so that's great, but they look like bokoblins from Legend of Zelda. Dr. Baruga, are you outsourcing to Ganon? I thought you could get in this and like teleport. Maybe I'm misremembering. I mean, I guess clearly I'm misremembering because I can't do that. Oh, you have to jump into it, that's why. I wasn't misremembering. You do use it as a teleporter. I just forgot you had to actually jump and you can just like walk into it. It was like poor design. Like what if someone's like hurt their like they come into work and they like, my ankle's twisted. But they're in this part of the lab, be like, well, too bad for you. Be like, okay, here's your emergency exit. You can push these gigantic heavy metal pillars, but my ankle is so injured I can't get into this thing. How do you expect me to push these giant blocks? And that's your problem to work out. I'm not a good boss. Yeah, Dr. Baruga's not a great guy, as we'll get to. I mean, like, we already knew this from last stream, which is, and that's why he has robot workers. It's true, they never complain. Okay. Good talk. Like, we already know from last stream that, like, when we learned about Dr. Baruga, it was when Juan spilled the beans. Like, Ark didn't learn it, but we, the player, learned it. That King Henry was behind killing Elle's parents to try and find the secret treasure. Juan was behind King Henry, and then Dr. Baruga is behind Juan. So it's like, the mastermind behind all this isn't a good guy? What? I don't understand. Okay, so that just cycles there. You stop that. And you stop that. All right, well, let's just go this way. No thank you. And no thank you. And no thank you. Switch. Ark pressed the switch. He doesn't know what it does, why he should do it, but he's a protagonist and he wants to press stuff. That switch is actually completely irrelevant to you and your quest. It's just, it's a giant factory lab. Like, there's gonna be some switches, and they're not all gonna be useful to you. Come on, Ark, you should know this by now. More switches. Down we go. Now, if this was like an action game, you know that you'd be ambushed on this elevator. Like, it's a big platform slowly moving down. Like, people would just be dropping on you left and right. You're like, where did you come from? Hi. Get out of the way, cube. Now, it's kind of funny. I saw those cubes, and my first thought was, that's kind of like the giant cubes from Tales of Symphonia. Well, not cubes, like there's like the giant rotating tiles in Tales of Symphonia that you use for like level grinding and stuff. And that's funny because you're like, haha, why is that funny? It's funny because there were literally floating tiles in Soul Blazer, like the same company doing this, the stuff. Like, you'd think that maybe if it's a reference to anything, it's a reference to the game made by the same company and not. Well, let's get on. Okay, so we can either go left. We can't go left, okay. Let me up. So there's that or that. Well, let's try door number 1. Hello. Sir, I'm a little lost. Do you have directions? Please explode yourself. I'll ask somebody else. Please explode yourself. Man, no one here knows what to do. I found the beverage room. If you need a cold drink, here's the, like, you just come in and whack off some ice from these giant ice cubes that I'm assuming are just plain ice. It's fine. They're not weird, horrible science experiment. Ooh, defense. Look at, see, it is the drink room. Come in, get some ice, get a lovely potion. Oh. Defense increased by a point, which isn't a lot, but it's free, so sure. All right, back we go. Run. Hey, no. Thank you. All right. Nothing else here besides a teleporter, so let's do that. Oh, and now I'm like, oh yeah, nothing else here besides a teleporter. I would like to point out something, just in case, because you're probably just like, yeah, okay, we're in this place. It's a video game dungeon. Like, we've had the water cave dungeon, we've had the spooky castle, now we're in, like, the robot factory. And you're like, yeah, that makes, you know, it's a video game, that's what you do. Hold your thoughts for a second. While I deal with this. Because this game has been, I mean, yes, it's a Super Nintendo 1995 version, but it's been realistic, like more so than Soul Blaze or Illusion. Like, we've been in the real world, and like, you know, we've been helping expand technologies. Like, you have to develop like the phone and electricity and stuff before New York got bigger. And at the time when we first like resurrected humanity, the pinnacle of human evolution was Neo Tokyo, which was modern day for 1995 Tokyo. Now look at this, and by the way, it's not just that they're like, we want to have a different dungeon. There's a reason for this. So like, there's like telephone and TV and VCRs was the level of technology of the world, and then you come to this place, and it's got robots, it's got teleportation, it's got whatever this is. Log into database, please enter the password. What? Login, password, what's that about? Yeah, like, he's never heard, he doesn't know what a password is. Okay, well, I mean, you could like still have a word password. That could just be art being dumb, but a login. So if you take a second to think about it, you're like, and again, like on the surface, this seems like a, yeah, okay, it's an RPG dungeon-y thing. It's just, here's the sci-fi dungeon. It doesn't make sense for the rest of the game. Like, why is there this like astoundingly giant technology gap between this and everything else? And the reason I'm pointing that out is it's not like an oversight or like, oh, they didn't think this. There's a very good reason for it. Just so don't be like, ew, they're dumb. They didn't think about that. They did. Anyways, hi, Yomi. Hey, this machine controls. What am I doing? I've had so many different voices for Yomi. Now this one. This machine controls all systems. Like, wow, Yomi, you sound really different from you. Well, he was like, yeah, this machine controls all systems in Baruga's lab. Protected by a password to shield the data. So I can't do anything? So I can't do anything if I don't know the password? Hey, just key in what I tell you. Bloody Mary. Like, oh no, not that place again. No, that's the password art. Oh, okay. And I very much imagine he's like, B, L, oh, like that? Root password accepted, elevators and cold sleep device password locked, disengage. Oh yeah, by the way, besides the fact that he's got teleportation, he also has cryogenics. You know, just more crazy technology here in Dr. Baruga's lab. Come for the sci-fi dungeon, stay for the mind-blowing technology that shouldn't exist but does. Whoa, it opened on the first shot. But why does Yomi know something like that? Why indeed. Connecting to database. Access which data? Past history. Dawn of humankind. And you're like, I was there, I helped that. The date that Dr. Baruga announced his new biological theory. Like, wait, that's not the dawn of humankind I thought you were talking about. DNA engineering brought about cures for recurrent diseases. It also helped extend life and promote artificial intelligence. Right, again. So now we've gone from robots and teleportation to robots, teleportation, and cryogenics. Now, let's add DNA engineering, full-on AI. Yeah, it's cold sleep, the world's first super cold hibernation. Like they forgot to font the part after the hyphen. The world's first super cold hibernation device made by Dr. Baruga. It slowed the progress of rapid diseases and saved many lives. Earth's last day. Whoa, wait, what? Last day? The day an airborne infectious virus of 90% mortality struck. Named Asmodeus, the virus decimated the human populace. Some were saved by Dr. Baruga's vaccine, but lack of food spelled doom. Like, I don't recall doing any of this in my jaunt on the surface. No, you don't. All right. Lab's objective. Undertook research and development of groundbreaking biotechnology. Because of the highly hazardous work, robots are exclusively used. The vaccine? The vaccine for Asmodeus was created here to stop the plague. Its effectiveness was measured to be over 80% recovery, but insufficient production meant it was available only to a few. Facilities. First floor, robot assembly plant. Basement 1 and 2, the bio lab. Basement 3 and beyond are under construction. Okay. That's everything, I guess. Well, I hope you just enjoyed that massive bomb of story knowledge dropped on you. Like, I don't understand. What's going on? We'll get to it. Come on, blow up. Thank you. Ow! Don't hit me. Let's just ride on these till my strength's back. Like, yeah, I could stab this dude, but I'm doing, like, what, 6 damage when he takes 400, 500? I'm not gonna beat him by the time my thing wears off, so. Money. Robot. Robot. And Ark's like, well, I don't know what any of that meant at all, but I understand that you said first floor, basement 1, and basement 2. I understand that there's another floor I need to go to, and that's what counts. Like, no, Ark, there's some more important things you might want to pick up from this. And he's like, I know where to take the elevator. That's what counts. Like, it's an elevator. It could only go 2 directions. The one you came from in the new direction. Look, I'm stabbing robots with a spear. You think that I'm gonna get into the technicalities of your science? I hit things, they explode. The end. Like, okay, well. Words to live by, Ark. Words to live by. Oh no, I was absorbed by the cube. What? I guess I killed it. I was absorbed by the cube, but nothing happened. Good defense. I guess it just scares people. They're like, ew, I got absorbed by a cube. I don't want to go any further. Nope. Okay. Oh, what? Well, it was walking up. Now we can't do any. We're just gonna stand here until the searchlight finds us. Good job, Ark. Oh no, we got spotted. If only there was something I could have done, like not stand in one spot. Intruder alert. Attack mode on. Oh yeah, this guy. Forgot we had a proper boss fight. Burner ignition. Well, I've got some extra lightning things. Don't know how well that's gonna work on this dude, but probably not well. Suspension, okay. Touchdown. The eagle has landed. What? That doesn't even make sense. This dude was in, like, the equivalent of Russia. Magic rock can't be used here. Yeah. I didn't think so, but... Like, I have the things from the Bloody Mary fight. Might as well check. Ow. Run away. No. No. Ow. I'm toasty. Toasty, roasty, toasty. Okay, let's just keep running so you... Also, stop doing that. Whiplash attack. Well, if I go like this, it's a lot, ow, of things. Oh, I was running. I was not caught in your attack. Repeat. Suspension, blah, blah, blah. Touchdown, blah, blah, blah. Ow, don't even know what's hitting me. That judgment is passed. What? Why can I not move? Like, not the you know, it's like, oh, you got hit with the other. No, not that. Like, a controller wasn't inputting. Okay, let's just hit this one. As you can see, those other... Ow. Now my strength is down. Fine, we'll wait. The other pillars, like support struts, are on fire, so we just have to wait till our strength is back, then we'll hit that other one. And then I'll be hit with a giant hammer. There we go. Not finished yet. One last trick. That trick is to send a lot of little forks at me, like fork bots. They're kind of cute. They're just like wheels with a little head and then a little pitchfork. Meh, meh. Oh, oh. The last gasp attack was unsightly. Like, how dare you, giant robot, just sending out a bunch of little dudes. How unsightly. All right, well, now that that boss is out of the way, let's go back to our mind-blowing story. You zombie people. You zombie people. I mean, come on, if the dude's researching a vaccine with 90% mortality, a vaccine with 80% effectiveness against a 90% mortality virus, you know, there's gonna be a couple dead people in your lab. It's fine. Do, that's a goo. And here we go. Oh, I'm sure. Listen to that music. Isn't it so upbeat and cheerful? I'm sure this guy's a very pleasant fellow. Hi. Oh, hey, you're out of your tube already. Oh, I was trying to leave, and he's like, no, I have to monologue at you. Oh. I have no idea who you are, but I thank you for arousing me. Yeah, sir, you're not wrong with your usage of language, but maybe you could have phrased that a little. I am Baruga. Okay, sorry. As you can see, I am a practitioner of science. I do see that. There's lots of blinking lights. When the world died, I took to a long sleep. Yes, until the resurrection of humans. I wish to show you something. Follow me. So, yeah. You know how you were sent up here to, like, resurrect the world? This guy's been around since before that. Because, you know, it wasn't you were supposed to create the world, it's you are resurrecting the world, which meant it had to be around before that. You gave it rebirth, not a new birth, which, yeah, so he is from the previous timeline of the world. He's been asleep a very long time. Hi, you wanted to show me something? I created this life, isn't it beautiful? It's something. With this system, people can live forever. Death is no longer fearful. Talk to the zombie in the nutrient bath. Wait, okay, what? I created this life, talk to the zombie? Again, Port, you're not wrong, but it's not the best choice of words, maybe? No, don't talk to that one. Okay, this guy, no, don't talk to... Ark, are you purposely being stupid? A little. This zombie, it's looking at me. Hey, this zombie looks incredibly sad. Is it really a happy thing to revive the dead? If people didn't die, the world will be filled up immediately. I have naturally taken that into account. The unnecessary shall die, and only the necessary lives. That is all. What? Bump, bump, bump. In case, for those who are not in Twitch, YouTube, you probably remember, because you've already seen this. For those who were not in the stream last week, Juan said something similar, and at the time, when I was trying to figure it out through his weird accent, and then it's like, oh, right, what he's trying to say is, it's not a matter about whether you're good or evil, it's a matter about whether you're necessary or not. And I was like, wow, that's a very important story thing. Too bad that we have this weird accent going on that it's hard to figure out what he's saying. And now, here's why. Because he was foreshadowing this conversation. Since, you know, we learned when Royd and Juan were alone that he's working for Dr. Baruga, or like under his orders or whatever. It's not about whether you're good or you're evil, it's whether you're necessary. And Dr. Baruga is now saying, yes, I can make everyone live forever. And you're like, but then the world's just gonna fill up. And it's like, oh yeah, I took that into account. Only the necessary people are gonna live forever. So there you go. That's why it was so important and why I was like, maybe if we didn't have this like racist caricature of an accent, we could hear this very important story bit. So there you go. Call back, call forward, etc. Arx goes, what? Continue. Oh, we don't continue. We have to go talk to that. Bwomp. Electrified. Fired. Oh, you seem to be a bit hot-headed, but you better not get too close to me. Are you aware of the 3 laws of robots? In essence, robots must not harm people. Robots must protect people. If those conditions are met, a robot must protect itself. But the robots here have one more rule governing their behavior. Anyone deemed to be a threat to my person must be terminated now. My liege shall soon re-emerge from the underworld. My liege himself is the world and knows all its truths. Let us witness the world on the verge of great progress. Hey, look, it's Neo Tokyo. How you guys doing? Not great. Not great. Yeah. Ugh. You have done well to groom the world so far. Elder, what are you doing here? Baruga will make this world fantastic. Your duty is finished. You shall rest eternally. Spoilers! I mean, it's spoilers, but you're watching the thing as it goes. So, I'm going to die. I wonder what I fought for all this time. Was what I did shaping a world like Baruga wanted? Somebody tell me. Oh, I thought that was, sorry. I don't want to die without knowing. That's right, Ark. You must not die at a place like this. You exist outside of the loop of fate. You can change fate. The world needs you. I will transport your body to me. Now, oh, whoops. Well, I clicked to probably like, now don't move, don't rush, don't. Oh, you've come too. Wait, don't try to move. I arrived just as Lord Kumari came with you, terribly injured. Yay, Lord Kumari. Okay. Hold the, well, all right, let me finish this conversation and then hold the phone. You may be aware of this, but the Star of Darkness has reemerged. It erased a city from the world with no effort. Okay. Now we go. Hold up. Since we just got, like, the massive twist of the entire game right there. So first of all of this that you were supposed to be... Well, okay, first, I guess, is... So, like, finally it's like... King Henry's a bad guy, but he was only working for Juan, or with Juan. Juan's a bad guy, but he was only working with Baruga, and then it turns out here's, like, the evil mad scientist from the last cycle of the world, and he was only working for someone else. And then, and you're like, what? Who could? And then, like, right afterwards, bump, the Elder is like, oh, Ark, by the way, this resurrecting the world, good job, because now Baruga's alive and is gonna make it great, so bye. Yeah. The Elder has been playing you this entire time. Yeah, Ark, no, that's no good. No, it isn't. Also, because I need to look it up again. I don't remember the exact, but I've been talking about, like, references to real people and stuff, and there's a reference I have to make here. It sucks to be gullible. Yeah, but, like, there is no way you could have known that. Like, even, like, yes, Ark is kind of your, like, dumb protagonist who does the right thing, even if he's a little dumb about it. There is no way that you could have known that all of that was because the Elder was playing you the entire time. Because, like, as far as you're concerned, you broke open this door that was being like, help me, on, like, a dare by your fellow village mates, and then everything in the village froze except you and the Elder. And the Elder's like, Ark, you just kind of broke the world, so you have a quest to do now. It's like, what else are you gonna do? Like, you don't know that that was all a setup just for you. Okay, so, the two references, though, I need to get to. One, you know, because I'm referencing, like, oh, you know, Bell is a reference to Alexander Graham Bell. Well, I mean, first of all, there's reference in that Asmodeus, the virus that kills 90% of people, is a reference to, like, I think he's one of, like, the princes of hell and various religious stuff. But that's not what I mean, so there's that. Like, okay, in case you don't know that reference, you know, just, there's a mythology thing. Asmodeus, prince of hell, kills everyone. And, you know, now that he's like, my master from the underworld shall rise. And so, like, you know, underworld hell, blah, 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 blah. But the main thing I was going to say, this is not a person reference, but the fact that, I mean, and me who just told us that Neo Tokyo has been basically wiped off the map because the Dark Star emerged and, like, Asmodeus virus was leafed and killed everyone in Neo Tokyo. Obviously, a bit of a hyperbole in this game, but that is from a real-life event. It was the same year that this got released, there were sarin attacks. Sarin, like, gas attacks in the Tokyo, I think it was the Tokyo subways. Just in case you've never heard of that. And I remember it happening. I didn't know at the time. Obviously, I was younger, so I didn't know it was in the game, so I had to look it up later. But I do actually remember the headlines from it. There was a cult movement that released sarin in 3 of the Tokyo metro lines that ended up killing 13 people and injuring another, like, 50 to 100, something like that. Oh, the cult still exists under a few different names. Good to know. Just, oh, yeah, for YouTube, who's not watching chat, the cult still exists under a few different names. Came up in a book they were reading recently, so just we're looking into it a bunch. Well, that's convenient timing. But yeah, so the fact that, like, there was a gas, like, of course, like, I don't know when they started development on this stuff or, like, when they threw stuff in or changed stuff, but it's certainly plausible that a Japanese game company that releases a game where Tokyo gets hit with, like, toxic gas. I mean, this one, it's like a virus, not, you know, not a chemical weapon, but, you know, it's plausible that they put that in as a reference. Otherwise, it's, you know, one of those unfortunate timings that worked out really well. Because, like, you know, maybe they developed this the year before, and that was already written in the story, and it just so happens that the sarin, like, attacks on the subway happened when it's got released. Like, well, that's too bad. But it, you know, matches, you know, the same way, you know, for those who, you know, younger people, or those who've not played the game Deus Ex, the first one, not none of the remakes, in the very first Deus Ex game, long story short is they didn't want to put the Twin Towers into the skyline of New York, and so they just wrote an article about it. It's like a lore thing you can find in GameBank. Oh, those were destroyed in a terrorist attack. That's why they're not there. And then lo and behold, guess what happens in real life? You know, and obviously, like, Deus Ex didn't plan for that to happen. It's just that's what ended up happening. So that's just the point. Was that a reference to the sarin attacks, or was it coincidence that unfortunately happened? I don't know, but they're potentially a reference. I hit things, they explode. The end. Like, okay, well, words to live by, Ark. Words to live by.